Silence doesn't sound the same. Seems like we're waiting on someone to say anything. Silence only brings the pain. Now what I wouldn't give for that to change. Silence only brings the pain. And what I wouldn't give for that to change. Silence only brings the pain. It seems like we're waiting on a change. It seems like we're waiting on a change.
Hello, one, hello, all. How fitting is it that it is the 13th that we're doing this video? If you watched live, I don't know if the countdown will be a part of future incarnations of the video for copyright reasons. I had a song by Virgos, who used to go as Virgos Merlot, titled Silence. And I think that's quite fitting for a couple of reasons. Oh, by the way, I'm being simulcast here on both YouTube and Twitch. If you're unfamiliar with either, the addresses are here-ish. I really should have this checked because that purple box shit is within that overlying thing. So anyway, I chose the song Silence. The lyrics are quite fitting. Silence only brings the pain. And it has a lot to do with how I treat criticism and fan films. And this director, James Grimm, I did a reaction to one of his films, and I was a little harsh. I was giving my honest opinion. I was saying things that people would avoid saying, just to be nice. And I'm of this school that you can't repair things. You can't fix what is wrong if you don't find out what people think is wrong. Granted, not everybody is right in their critique, but it's nice to hear it. You know, you shouldn't hear yes, you shouldn't hear you're awesome all the time. You really, it's healthy to hear some contradictory things to just get an idea, especially if you're a creator. I've grown to James and I have grown to have quite a different relationship, and I have tremendous respect for him, and I'm so proud for him moving forward with this. It's within 2 years, so the guy's moving. He's getting stuff done. And we saw he did put out a teaser a couple of months ago, and I was completely impressed. I don't think I have the Halloween film critique up anymore, but I was serious. I was truthful, and there was things that I had issues with that people kind of didn't appreciate me saying, and it took a little bit. There were many different layers to that too, by the way, because of certain people who were in or took part in that that film. So it was this real perfect storm of garbage. But I am a twice over failed filmmaker. So anytime somebody completes a film, you've done more than I have. I'm just the lazy bitch critiquing this shit. But um, I'm just going to be honest. If I enjoy it, I will be honest. If I have something I don't like, I will be honest. Um, I think that's the best way to go. I've never been into uh, false hype and things like that. I don't want to hear that. I've done stand up for decades now, and people in people friends and relatives thought like it was just a side gig for me. And the thing that hit me the hardest and really struck me. People say stuff like, "Oh my God, you're great. That was hysterical," and I don't want to hear that, because I'm thinking about the seven fuck ups that I had during the set. I'll get away from making this about me, I promise. But a close friend pulled me aside after a show, and she said, "You're really a comedian," and I was like, "Yeah, why? What did you think?" She goes, "You were funny," and I was like, "Yeah, that's what comedians are supposed to be. What did you think was gonna happen?" So it was just this incredibly honest moment where she expected me to be some open micer, and they were just going for support, but she ended up having a decent time and enjoyed my set, and that I enjoyed, that I took something from. And compliments, if I feel I deserve a compliment, I'll puff my chest. But um nobody's perfect. Let's work on it. But having said all of that's everything's in the past. We're good now. I am genuinely excited. I'm a little nervous though. My boy's touching my series, so you want to fart around with Halloween, that's fine. But we got the special swimmer back there. A little nervous. I just want to say hi to everybody in the chat. Where are you? Lindsay says blah blah blah. Let's go. What's up, Dale? What's up, Scolder? Troy. Yeah. Get on with it. All right. And also to let you in, I have not seen this. You're getting raw first experience. So just have that known. You're whatever's going to happen is live and in color. All right, so there we are. I have, if you know how to make it so that I can just have the YouTube page and not like the, if I can have it full screen as a film, if you're familiar with StreamYard, is that what I'm on? Yeah. Please let me know, because I would like more of the picture to be seen. I might do it twice with this angle, but I for the sake of experience and genuine appreciation or critique of my experience, I'm doing it this way first. So here it is. My Special Boy, a Friday the 13th fan film from James Grimm. And the trailer is 1 minute 43 seconds long. And here we go. Or not. Or not.
Jason, no! Jason, no! Jason, no! Jason, Jason, my son. My only son. Jason!
Here we are.
Your parents are gonna be so proud.
You know, this summer's going to be something special. Welcome, everyone.
Wait, I
This
recognize that
summer
face.
marks the official opening of Camp Trinity Point.
You know, the work you guys are doing up here, it's attracting a lot of negative attention, Sean.
Why don't you just worry about yourself?
You don't think it's actually real, do you?
There's this fucking psychopath mongoloid chasing after us. He's killing everybody. We need help now.
That's just a story that locals make up to scare people.
I want to fucking expose you. How about that?
Jason, kill her mother.
You're still alive?
All right. Oh, I thought it was Grminox. Oh, yep. So there it is. Wait, let me redo it. Showing some love to Baghead Jason. Fuck yeah. You don't see that enough. I'm I guess I'll start with my notes, and this is teeny. This is teeny. That is really nothing. I always joke about this early on in films. There's a line where she says, "Jason, my son." It's a line that it's a weird line. It's you know, it's exposition. You're letting the audience know what the relationship is of the character who's experiencing this, and you know what this why they're in so much trauma. I get it. It's fine. It doesn't necessarily need to be in the film. You know, you've got enough across. If you're showing enough, you don't need to tell. And well, let's switch. We'll do it again. That was really the only thing that I have as far as like nitpick. I love the alternating looks of Jason. That's pretty badass. The Baghead. I always wondered why they didn't, you know, at least attempt, like in the remake, Baghead Jason was what, they barely showed him as or mummy wrap Jason as he was in 20. See, I was going to say 2019 again, 2009. All right, so we're going to do it again with my teeny head, and I'll dig a little bit deeper.
Jason! No! Jason! No! Jason! No! Jason! Jason! My son!
Yeah, not
My
necessary.
only son.
Not necessary. That line's not necessary.
Jason!
It's a great shot. And another thing, this is a me thing. This is not a critiquing film as a whole thing. I hate handheld unless it's used for a purpose. This opening shot, handheld, frantic. It fits the mood of what our character's going through. It's used for a purpose, and then
Jason! My son!
we don't lean on
My
handheld.
only son.
Or am I mistaken? Or at least the cameras calm down a bit there. gorgeous
Here
shot.
we are.
The DeSanti shot
My
is
parents are gonna
we're calling it. Yeah,
You know, the summer's gonna
yeah,
be
more
something.
static.
Welcome, everyone. This summer marks the official opening of Camp Trinity Point.
You know, the work you guys are doing up here,
It's a good, great shot.
it's attracting a lot of negative attention, Sean.
Why don't you just worry about yourself?
I don't think it's actually real. Do you?
There's this fucking psychopath mongoloid chasing after us. He's killing everybody. We need help now.
That's just a story that locals make up to scare people.
I want to fucking expose you. How about that?
Jason, kill her mother.
You're still alive?
This is this shot here. I'm assuming the dude in green is the hero of the movie. It's a great shot, but you know I don't listen. It's a great shot, and I'm sure in the film we build to the dude in green being the guy who saves the day, but that is a hero standoff shot, which you know, granted, will probably be filled in. But as I look at that in a trailer, it's like, yeah, who the fuck is the guy on the left? Jason's got this big mystique, this 12 film legacy, and then you got the guy who's trying to reopen the place. I don't even think if it were Tommy Jarvis on the left, it would have the same punch. But listen, there's so much that James has done. This looks proficient. This looks good. It's shot well. There's some good use of lighting. Like I have no technical complaints. Sorry. Yeah. I like that logo. Inexplicably, I just really like that logo. Let me get to the acting. It's a trailer. There's not much to focus on. The one thing I felt, the sheriff was light on his line delivery. Light, I meant low volume.
Point.
You know, the work you guys are doing up
Beautiful
here,
shot.
it's attracting a lot of negative attention, Sean.
Why don't you just worry about yourself?
I don't think
Yeah. The sheriff could have a bit more emotion and a bit more bass in his voice. It's a sheriff.
I don't think it's actually real. Do you?
There's this
Yeah, I like a running Jason. A lot of people say Jason doesn't run. You guys are morons. Sorry. He ran in 4. He ran in 4. Zombie Jason's one thing, but if you're gonna tell us he ran in 2, he ran in 3, he ran in 4, and then he was dead. Jason runs. Just get over it. It makes it scarier.
fucking psychopath mongoloid chasing after us. He's killing everybody. We need help now.
That's just a story that locals make up to scare.
I'm curious to see that. I mean, I'm assuming that's like a campfire scene, lit well. Kudos. Dark scenes are a pain in the dick to light. He's got backlighting. He's got some fill light. The light is of the color of fire. I could be wrong. It could be something else, but that looks like it's a campfire type scene, and he's lit well, and I still understand it's dark out. Good job.
Scare people. How about I fucking expose you? How about that?
Jason killed her mother.
You're still alive?
Yeah, I'm assuming
Jason.
this is like a dream or some sort of vision shot that we're experiencing. It is odd that she's in a dress. I get you're trying to get the listen. Fan films, your budget is jack shit, so you work with what you work with. But it does look a very 50s-ish dress. But if she works at the camp, well, why would she be dressed like that? Again, minor nitpick. And again, I appreciate the fact not using the same chevrons on the mask, wearing a different color shirt, you know, making Jason your own a little bit is good. Especially if you're going to go ahead and bring us back Baghead Jason. I really hope that most of the movie is Baghead Jason, because that, I mean, fuck, what was it? The Town That Dreaded Sundown. The less you see of a killer is more, you know, that your psyche plays into the fear. That was always the thing with, you know, with it goes way back to Eyes Without a Face, which is the inspiration for Halloween. I know Halloween fans don't think movies exist outside of Halloween, and Halloween invented everything. But the mask from Eyes Without a Face is this girl who was deformed, and she had a very Michael Myers white mask with nothing, and it was just this frozen face. And I think the less you see of the villain, it makes it creepier, makes it scarier. And the Baghead, you know, they did use the word mongoloid, which not PC today, but good for you, because fuck it, it's fiction. People talk like that. I don't know what to tell you. So another thing that isn't very PC, but it's how life is. People are afraid of people that look different, and Jason's thing has always been that he's been picked on, and he looks a little bit different. I did 3. So that plays into it too. That plays into the characters. That's why I want the Baghead to be most of the film. They know him as this mongoloid, and under that bag, what the fuck could possibly be there is an exciting thought. I have no knowledge of the film, and I told James, let me experience this as an audience member, and I'm very excited. I quite think Pamela needs to be touched on. You guys have heard it 1,000 times from me that if I were to ever touch Friday the 13th and do some sort of fan film of my own, my story would be about Pamela. And I'm glad we're focusing on that, and a lot of there was that flashback scene in that other fan film that really kind of missed, if you're asking me. But I'll give the trailer a 3.5 out of 5. I'm fired up. I'd like the sheriff to be a bit more stern. Fan film. The acting is that of a fan film. Nothing really jumps out. There's just no there's no character to these people, but you get what you pay for. I don't have the details of these people, but I don't know if usually fan film actors are buddies of the filmmaker, and they're just helping out and just extra bodies. I'll do this scene, or people that can't get work, who will do anything, and then you find out why they can't get work, because they're a little stiff or weak in performance. But horror movie has never been about outstanding acting performance. So it's something that just all right, just let it go. Explore that mom storyline. I'm down with it. A way better experience of her at the moment of Jason's drowning than, I forgot what the name of it was. There was the Friday the 13th fan film where I forgot. There's a flashback. Oh, it's the one with CJ Graham, where there's two kids fucking behind a garage, and the guy's like, hey, that Jason kid just drowned. And it's like, what? Why would you stop and go talk? Well, we're not talking about that movie. All right, so let's hit the chat really quick. If you guys have any thoughts, I'm intrigued to hear them. But I'm excited. I'm still excited. I have very, very high hopes for this movie, which is dangerous. Yeah, you should always go into films with a 5, no matter what the movie is. You shouldn't go in at a 10, and you shouldn't go in at a 0. You should always just expect a film. Chosen One says there's been a lot of Friday the 13th and Halloween fan films, but no Freddy. They're due to COVID. You're missing out on a Freddy fan film. Cecil of the horror show has the Dylan's New Nightmare on hold. They raised money for that. That's scripted. It's pre-production, I think, is all but done. Due to COVID, they can't film. So you're getting one just whenever Canada opens their border. My only son was in Star Wars Attack of the Clones. Oh, maybe that was a nod to that then. I saw Big Head Jason more than Hockey Mask Jason. Yeah. Oh, Baghead. Yeah, I don't know. I read Big. Yeah, I'm kind of Stiff Kittens. What are you doing on Twitch? Yeah. Okay. Pamela's attractive. It does. It does look pretty good. I don't have very many friends in the fan film community because of my honesty. Voorhees was an absolute mess, and nobody wants to talk to me about that movie anymore, and that's fine. I was being honest and giving my experience and critiquing things, as I did with James's previous project. If you showed me the two films in the same day, I wouldn't figure that the same filmmaker. That he's really improved. And granted, it could be getting help from people or whatever, but he's making choices. He's making choices to do things and adapting. And that's what happens. That's that's the benefit of hearing they call them notes in Hollywood. It's criticism, but it's I have a note, and it's basically why not try it this way. um, but whatever's happened over the past year, he's fucking improved tenfold. Um, there were moments during the Halloween fan film that he made that I thought were jarbled and didn't make sense from a storytelling and a technical standpoint. And we had that discussion, and there's some stuff we spoke about personally, and I don't want it to be a thing, but I was just trying to help him at a certain point. And whether or not he listened, he's clearly soaking up some of things people are saying, because you don't make a movie that is one way and go in a completely different direction. And I mean, the most recent Halloween fan film he did looked like a couple of friends, just shooting the shit in a backyard. This looks like, he's got some lighting rigs. He's some of those high woods. I keep calling them DeSanti shots, but that static shots, establishing shots, which he did not have in the Halloween fan film. He didn't have establishing shots, which is that's jarring to storytelling. But there's it's night and day. I'm very excited. Congratulations, James. I'm assuming the film is done or close to done. And again, another thing that can be held over my head. I could not finish. I failed twice. This guy's making a movie. If it's great, bad, or indifferent, it's a finished project. And that is you don't know how incredible a achievement that is until you try making a movie, and with more than one person in it, no less. You'd be surprised, especially with low to no budget. Trinity Point sounds like a church camp. Maybe it is. I do like I like when fan films don't go so hard with fan service and try to do something their own. And that, it seems to be going like the Forest Green route. And I'm okay with that. You're going to the film for Jason and Pamela, it seems. Whatever's going on around it. Yeah. Do you need it to be called Camp Crystal Lake, even if it's still Crystal Lake with a different camp name? The fact that they named it Forest Green in 6 had no effect on me, and they explain why they did it. We wanted people to stop thinking or remembering Crystal Lake, so we changed the name. Yeah, great. That's fine. I'm completely okay. Cody wants a Freddy film. Yeah. Dumb remake. He doesn't run. He runs. He runs. Hey, Sky. Well, if it's early for you, you're awake too. So there's that. Okay. Why is she dressed so fancy? Again, I don't have the exact details on the budget, but it does look of the time period, which was what, the 50s, where I see some Jason fan I am. It looks like an old-timey dress. There is a bit of an argument, a point to be said that she's a cook. Why is she dressed like that? But that's more for getting you into the time period, which, you know, I'd prefer that. Because do we know what cooks looked like at a camp from way back when? Again, visual storytelling. You see her in that dress. You know, it's not a modern dress. You know, again, I can understand both arguments to the outfit itself, and it seems odd that she'd be dressed like that at a camp. Fine, but I'm seeing it as, you know, putting you in the time period, and I'll take that. That's fine. You'd be surprised what women dressed up for back in the day. Benefit of the doubt. Exactly, Sky. Yeah. And if you keep going further back, the shit women had to go through just to get dressed for the day was just absurd. Yeah, exactly. You got dolled up if you were leaving the house. And I'm somebody who, if I'm going to like Walmart, I'm going in pajama pants. I am one of those people. You know, we've come such a very long way. People used to wear suits to sporting events. Like you know, it's a tribute to a different time. And again, I'd prefer that. I'd like that rather than, you know, her in a smock. Like, okay, yeah, we know she's a cook. What the fuck? I appreciate creativity, hit or miss. At least it's going in a direction. Makes sense with Shatner's Frozen acting. Huh? And they used words like that back then. Mongoloid or retarded were considered correct. Yes. That, and again, if Paramount, Warner, whoever the hell ends up with the final project, they're not going to call him a mongoloid in future movies because of today, because of the cancel culture. It always bothered me that if you're going to have a movie that takes place in a time period, be accurate. It's not, you know, just because people acted a certain way. Like I gave credit to It Chapter 1 because the black kid got bullied as the only black kid in town, and that was you know, it makes sense for the time period. You know, it's completely you know, a no today, but it fits the time period. I love the work that they're doing to keep it focused on the time period. And again, you know, that word is what they used, and it adds to the fear. I had to alter some of my stand-up because of the ever-evolving nature of words. So, you know, you don't have to watch it if that word bothers you. Even though it's dated when they showed less of the werewolf in American Werewolf in London, I'm assuming that is. Yeah. Does it go into space? No. Ted White is up to Spacian? What? Are you all right? The kid from Never Hike in the Snow is badass. I'll say that. Indeed. Well, yeah. The platinum grade for fan films is Vince DeSanti right now, and he's because of Never Hike alone. People are completely invested and trust him, and he's able to go get SAG actors, and he's able to spend money, and you know, not everybody can do that. Again, that's quite clear if you watch Voorhees. Yeah. First of all, we're all at different parts of the earth. Second of all, with Brian would be like Kubrick, and I don't know. I would forget lines daily. So, oh, that's nice. See, that's another great thing about fan films, inspiring people to do something. That's awesome. It definitely looks like one of the better fan films being made, but exceptions must be tempered. Expectations must be tempered. Yep, right. And that's my 5. Sometimes I go into a movie with high expectations, and it's like at a 7, and you know the movie, you know, doesn't deserve to be. You know, it's still a movie that hasn't been seen. You know, you should treat them all the same, which helps when you're expecting a train wreck and you're like, wow, that was really good. Like, how much when you're expecting a movie to be terrible, like a 1 out of 10, and it's, even if it's just like a 4 out of 10, you're like, wow, that was all right. That was okay. That's how I felt about Run, Hide, Fight. All that negative press, I was like, man, this is going to be terrible. But nope, perfectly. You know, some stuff that may be triggering to some people, but as far as an action movie is concerned, it got me go. Yeah. Oh, I'm way behind then, huh? Yep. Right. Okay. Lindsay says, for me, my son makes sense. It's not a stretch because I would say that in that moment. And the clothes, you'd be surprised what we wear out of appropriate context. Right. Yeah. Again, I'm not. It's a minor nitpick. It's something that it's just something that I would do differently. That's all. You know, it's not like I'm saying fuck this movie because she you know, she had some heavy exposition. It's fine. It's not critique, it's feedback. Well, that's what I'm doing. Huh? What happened? Oh, am I that far behind where you guys are talking about stuff from when I was okay? Yeah, as long as you're being respectful, it can be very helpful to an artist. Yeah, when I do things, I want to hear what you don't like. A lot of people have said things that I'm a good editor. I don't want to hear that shit. There are times where you know I spend my time on certain things. Uh, I I have problems with certain things that I do. I want to hear what you don't like. All right, I'm a good editor, but you know, I'm in the video. What did you think of me? Critique is setting out for flaws. Feedback is your experience. Well, I think I'm kind of doing both. It hurts to hear negative feedback, but it's inevitable. It's medicine. Can be beneficial in the long run, just so as long as you're not being insulted, right? And again, if you, I wish the video were still up. I was very harsh. I was watching the video with somebody else, and the problem was I was surprised at participants in the film, and that already kind of twisted me. I'm not using it as an excuse, but the film needed work. It needed some repair, and I was brutally honest. I was brutally honest with Voorhees. Fucking guy won't say diddly squat to me anymore, which is, you know, okay. You wanted me to watch your trailer. You wanted me to watch your movie. I did it. Silence can cause the pain. Am I the only one in here that doesn't think the Halloween franchise is that bad? The franchise is okay. All horror franchises have stinkers. That probably fits. Yes. I keep tarantulas and saw someone make a couple custom Friday enclosures. One was designed to look like the underwater scene at the end of Jason Lives. That figure, which you probably can't see, is the underwater scene from Jason Lives. It's a pair of figures, and I will never open it. I love that movie. You know, there's so much to it. The fucking thing's rare. It's worth a couple of $100. It could really feed us for a couple of months if I'm being blunt. But that is my trophy piece right there. And there have been so many times where if there were many of them, I would have got another one. Back when it was, you know, $20, I would have gotten two of them and one to put in a fish tank or something, because it's fucking badass. Oh yeah, we're still talking about the, you know, maybe not still. Look at Rosie the Riveter. Rosie the Riveter. She's the epitome of tough women, and she's dolled up with stylish hair. For those of you, some of you may not know who Rosie the Riveter is. There's that famous picture of a female, you know, pulling up her sleeve, saying "We can do it." From the way back when. That's Rosie the Riveter. A big tattoo amongst feminists. If I'm being stereotypical. Nothing wrong with the ladies looking good for them. Scott, you really called him. You call your dude old man, huh? I'd fucking punch Emily if she called me her old man. I wouldn't really. Relax, guys. If anybody is strong in this relationship, it is her. She's the one with the power. If she were a single mother with a low-paying job, she would have made her own clothing, and pants were not acceptable for women. Yeah, this is if this becomes the bow and arrow thing from Snow, Friday fans, you're starting to scare me, because a lot of people went ape shit about Jason using a bow and arrow when the trailer for Snow came out, and it was like, guys, he's used a sleeping bag to kill people. Do you know what franchise you love? At the same time here, if this dress thing becomes a reason for everybody to hyper focus, I'm sorry I said it now. It's nothing. What the fuck? I have pictures of my grandma from the 50s, and they dressed up every time they left the house. Yeah. 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 I would not be able to. Well, first of all, right now I'm not leaving the house much at all. But when I was flying to Denmark, I wouldn't be able in a suit. Fuck out of here. 6.5 hours in a suit with my spine. My great grandmother used to get party ready just to go to the grocery store. Yeah. Hey, I'm a mongoloid. Okay. Shit. Why do these always skip? I remember this meme that said something like, crazy if it were the 1950s, I'd have a husband and a lobotomy by now. It really does piss me off how casually people use the word retard just as an everyday word, or add tard to another word. Yeah, I don't. You're gonna have to excuse me. I don't have the same relationship with words that everybody else do. I have offended many people in my time. I say words. My things about intent and feeling. I think words, sounds are funny. I'll call somebody a dick neck. That is not a real thing. It just sounds funny. There is there's studies behind this that certain sounds make people laugh, and that's how retarded is a word that outside of America is used. In Denmark, when I saw a doctor, he told me that my discs have retardation. My discs are retarded. It's got a medical reason. It's just people use it as a insult, and I'm not one to judge words. I can understand people getting affected. People are afraid to say the word suicide around me, and the word didn't kill my father. The experience that I had at that moment is what I feel. I don't feel the word suicide. So, people are like, oh, sorry to say suicide. Yeah, the word's not the thing I'm thinking about. Yeah, I shaved. I shaved because I'm probably going to, without a camera, I have to, Patreon, I have to do something for them. So I'm going to be doing something in this weekend for the patrons, and that's the only time I shave is going to be on camera, or I need to do something. Shave. Yes, yes. The you're speaking of the Dylan's New Nightmare. It is like a spiritual sequel to New Nightmare. You're a good editor, but shit at growing a beard. I know that. And normally, my thing was always, because I can't grow a beard here. My thing was always my chin. I would have chin pubes. But now that's the one part of my body that's going gray and fast. And I don't want to be reminded of just how much time is annihilating everyone, especially me. How young do I look right now? I look. I could pass for 29, right? Right? You get me with the beard on. It's like, holy shit, this guy needs his AARP card. Agree. I have fun with Freddy's Revenge as a bisexual. New Nightmare is much better made film. Oh, Freddy's Revenge is part 2. Yeah, the gay one, as people call it. Yeah, New Nightmare is not bad. I don't know why there would be shame. A lot of people's is Dream Warriors. All right, we're kind of diverting. Yeah, I'm with you there. Wait, what? Wait, we're losing track. We're going off the rails. He's 28, a couple of years older than me. I like, just to tease him about it. I call myself his old lady too. Yeah, I would have an inferiority complex about it, considering the small child age difference between Emily and I. All right, so close to an hour. Just because a word is still used doesn't mean it's okay. That's fair. I understand that. I can understand that. And I don't. I don't. I learn what it is, who I'm around. But I use words differently. I'm more about the intent and emotion behind a word rather than words. I would never. Somebody called me the Italian remark that gets them bothered, and that doesn't offend me. That's not who I am. Yeah, it's part of my lineage, but that's it's a word you use to describe a group of people. If you're yes, I was on that show for a half an hour as a call in, because he was at our movie theater. A giant dagger. Yes, I am also streaming on Twitch. It is removed from medical literature. Lindsay, I'm telling you, as recent as 2 years ago. Oh, here it's removed. In Denmark, the word they used to describe my disc degeneration in my spine was retardation. My discs were retarded. Those were the words they used. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying. Dennis, who's in the chat, he can tell you I was just as shocked when I heard him say it. I was just like, wait, what? But So you're not turning into Willie Damas anytime soon? What? Oh, a long beard? No. Yeah, yeah, we're steering off a little bit. Not a day over 65. Late 20s, early 30s. Yeah, your check's in the mail. Thank you. Looking forward to the collected. I have enough beer in my face to give 3 dudes beard right now. Yeah. CP, you're skipping the starting topic chats. I'm trying to. We're here to talk about a film. I don't mean to provoke side stuff. Mother Mame, regardless of intent, continuing to use the word perpetuates the notion that it's okay, and it's not. It upsets a community, and nobody's right to say whether or not it's all right. That's fair, but if you're representing a time period where it was used, that's accurate. If that's the case, they need to stop making movies about slavery because it's not right. My point was it fits the time. That's what they said. That was all. If you're making movies about a time period, and you're woke about the 50s, no, that's not the way the 50s were. It wasn't the good old days for a lot of people. It's just okay. All right, we're steering very far away from. Yes. Yeah, New Yorkers have a lot more to worry about than I mean, it's a mixing pot here. It's a melting pot here. We're we're all mutts. Yeah. Okay. And I was speaking about the film. 3 days in a row, getting real. I didn't want to do this. Scream 3 had a much better ending. Oh, by Scream, what the fuck? All right, so fantastic job, Jason. I'm Jason James. Wait, what the fuck? What's wrong with me? I'm excited. It looks fantastic. I can't wait. I'm hoping it's of a certain length, but you don't have to pad it. Please don't make it a feature length film just to make it a feature. Tell your story. It's a horror movie. Be tight about it. But it looks good. What you've given us so far is good. Go watch Voorhees. Go watch the other the super funded Friday the 13th fan film, and remember how much clutter there is in those movies. Not necessary, especially in this genre, but incredibly excited. James, good job. Really good job. When are we getting it? That's the question. That is the question. And I will see you guys at a different time. I think I'm doing something else later tonight, as I have shaved. So you're getting a twofer from me tonight. Yay. All right. So everybody, take care of each other. relax. This world needs to cooperate a bit more and be more understanding. And this was just a fiction, just a trailer that was about fiction. So maybe I'll cut the second 30 minutes of this video. But thank you so much for watching. If you're not one of the things down below, do it. I've been doing a lot more Twitch with the camera broken. If you want to see me, hear me, all that stuff, Twitch is where it's at. If you'd like to support the channel, Patreon WILIscredia. If you'd like to support the household, the camera fund, the PayPal address is there. If you haven't subscribed, and you're watching this on Twitch, this is on YouTube, youtube.com/c/WILIscredia. I will see you at another time. Signing off, the fan film devil, otherwise known as CP, which I have been, you have not.